Hello and welcome to round 3 of Curator's Cube for March 2026. We're facing off against a player I don't get to play against very often. This is CovetedPeacock on uh, just green-white mid-range, just green-white limited cards. It's got good cards all the way up the curve in green and white. This is kind of what I expect to happen in most cubes. This is kind of my default cube deck when I go out to Cube Night. So it's scary. They don't have a ton of interaction. It's possible something like an early Spellblade, early Sally Smith, early Sprite Dragon, Waterglass Duelist is able to kind of take over. But if not, their creatures are definitely bigger and better than mine. So, let's go. We're both 2-0. This will quite likely determine who wins the tournament. I have slightly better tiebreakers, technically. And I get to be on the play. This looks great to me. Turn 2, Savvy Smith. Turn 3, maybe Unshackle, maybe just leave up some counterspells. I have a double blue card in my deck, so I should play Island. What are we looking at? Heart of the Glade tapped. Makes sense. Opt. Okay, Opt is interesting. Opt almost makes me want to just leave up a counterspell turn 2, and Savvy Smith plus Opt turn 3. Because what's the alternative? It's Savvy Smith this turn. Okay, let's think about this. If I can Agent of Deception something this turn, which seems quite likely, how many 2-drops do they have? They don't have a 1-drop, clearly. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of 2-drops. 7? It keeps going. 8, Reave with plus. I can't counter that one. 8 2-drops? And if they don't play a 2-drop, I can opt? And Angel Deception's so good here. I think it's worth going for. Because like Playing Savage doesn't actually get me my first Savvy Smith trigger any sooner. It gives me like 1 extra. Countering a 2-drop is such a big game if I can do it this turn. Their 2-drops are actually scarier than their 3-drops, I think. So, okay, Thriving Tower, they got perfect mana. Do they have a 2-drop? Looks like it. It's Skis. Do I have to cursory that? I have to cursory that. Yeah. Annoyingly. Don't get to Agent, have to cursory glance, because Agent Deception is creature or planeswalker spell. So, took a risk. Ooh, Frostworm. Don't mind that at all. Okay, now do I want to do this turn Frostworm, next turn Savvy Smith Opt? Kind of do. Like Savvy Smith Opt was again, I think a 1-1. Let's get this Frostworm in play. I don't think they can kill it on 3 mana. Like their removal spell kind of they can enchant it with an aura. And they can no, all their other interaction costs a lot. So they don't get to kill this. Forest for them? Rough Rider, okay, so they're going big for sure. Studies in cognitive motion. Well, it's going to run out of Savvy Smith. I think I might just rummage off Savvy Smith. No, it's 1-1. It's make 1-1 off Savvy Smith. Opt. Make 1-1. I hope you're not tired of Savvy Smith gaming this month. Because I sure ain't. And then Coveted Frostworm Mills. Overrule orders. That goes to hand. Look, my top 1. Island. Yeah, I'd like to get an island. And I'll play the island. And I'll hit them for 2. Attack with Rough Rider, take my 3. Fine with that. Okay, if they curve out with good creatures, then it'll start to be a problem eventually. Morbid Bloomer, I have 1/1 tokens, so it's not the end of the world for me. Downward Minister, also not the end of the world. Trying to gain 2 life and draw a card. That's fine by me. Cash Thrasher could actually attack this turn. I think I just hit them with a Frostworm and pass. They can hit me for 3 with Rough Rider. They can hit me for 5, I guess. Makes me them. What are my options? I got some counterspells I could leave up. I could play Unshackle, get back Opt, and hope to. Then I'm not leaving up these counters. I do kind of want to leave up counters at this point, but I'm just not far enough ahead on board where I can do that consistently. I guess if I have to go shields down 1 turn, it'll probably be this turn, but maybe I don't have to. I could go Cash Thrasher first. And then I'd still get to leave up Agent Deception and Overrule orders. Am I okay taking 5, trade with Morbid Bloomer? Overrule orders counters their entire deck, right? They have 1 Thor 3 and doesn't do anything here. And they can't play it. So yeah, this counters their entire deck. So I think Cash Thrasher is nice here. Yeah, if I plan to leave up Overrule orders to solve most of my problems, having Cash Thrasher available, Cash Thrasher is the only thing I can do with the rest of my mana. Okay, let's attack with these. Not you. You have no attack trigger. You! Frostfire? Okay. They take their 4. Yeah, I have tons of card advantage coming. I should just prioritize board control right now. I have tons of card advantage right now, just off Savvy Smith Coveted Frostfire. And I'm just barely winning the race, so I can actually do this. Attack with all? No, just those 2. Block here. They can pay 1 to get back the skis if they feel like it. Yeah, the skis I don't actually care about that much. They just cast the skis? I'm going to counter that. Just mostly for the Frostworm Savvy Smith triggers. Let's make 1/1. 1/1 is nice here. Coveted Frost for Mills. Lantern Light Assailant, not an instant or sorcery. Oh, they have another spell too. Bringer. It has a ward. And it sure does have ward. And it sure does not help you, because this does have ward. Yeah, it's a good card. Covetous Frostworm. Put that back. Oh, they're just like, oh, whoops. Yeah, they're technically speaking, yes, this is ward, not Frost Titan trigger, Frost Titan text. Uh, you're allowed to cast into the ward. It just goes to the graveyard. Woof. I think I'm going to play this Unshackle the Deceiver. And the question is, do I want to just copy a Firebolt this turn, or do I want to, or do I want to just or do I want to get back an Opt or something, and just play my Frostfire Geysers? I guess I can give them a turn of leeway. think I let the Frostfire Geysers go so I can double Firebolt and attack for, what, a lot of damage? A lot is what I think that is amount is called. Sure. Crack this. Wait. Wait, no, don't. I literally just said I was going to not do that. Not doing. If I revealed that, I couldn't do that anymore. Whoops. Yeah. No, nothing's... Okay. Actually, play Unshackle the Deceiver. Attack with Frostworm. Right, this is exiled. Frostworm and Cash Thrasher. And I get the Cash Thrasher trigger. It's an island. They take 5 total. Also Covetous Frostworm coming in. And I draw a card. Okay. Firebolt. Approximately 1 million triggers happen. Make 1/1, mill card, Waterglass Duelist. Oh, I would have liked that. To be fair, I don't think they were in great shape, even if they did manage to stop my Frostworm, but they're in very bad shape right now. Play this island. Ship the turn. Mikhail has Flying, Trample, Vigilance, and Lifelink. So gonna take a little bit for that for my Coveted Frostworm to outsize it, but not like that long. Okay, how much mana do I want to spend on this Studies in Cognitive Motion? Yeah, they clearly read me for Agent of Deception. Played around it here. Oof, they managed to stop my Frostworm. It's be really bad for them. I'd like to leave up Agent of Deception if I can. It's still nice with 3 at n equals 3. So I'm going to play a land this turn, so it costs me... So I have 4 mana to spend. So I'm not going to play a land this turn, I guess? Well, I can't... Wait, I just barely don't have mana? Why do they do that? Oh, I have to do it their turn for Cash Thrasher value, right? They're going to see that card by the point it matters. Whatever, they're not going to make any decisions before they see that card again. They're going to go away from leave up this Ancient Deception? Okay, I can studies, hope to hit a land, is what can happen. Studies for 4 mana, hope to hit untapped land? Yeah, it's gotta be my play. Wait a minute. Maybe I attack with a 1/1, give them 5 life off Michal. No, I attack with Frostworm. Yeah. I attack with Frostworm. And if they block, I get to go... No, I want from to block them, right? Yeah. Okay, go to start of combat, attack with 1/1, and then let them gain 5 life, but I get to cast 2 Studies of Cognitive Motion. That seems pretty good. Start of combat. lose this. Attack you with a 1/1 unshackle trigger. Draw island, sure. 1, 2. Okay, and I might be able to do something before to prevent them from blocking. So I'm going to spend 3 mana on this Studies. Yeah, I'm definitely going to find a land off of this. No, tap like this. Studies in Cognitive Motion. Library. Move to bottom of library. Okay. Frostworm, add mana, copy it. Okay, Frostworm first. Misty Peak. Okay. This is now big enough to block Michal. Add mana. Gonna add blue mana, let's say. Now I'm gonna Studies in Cognitive Motion twice. I'm gonna scry 2s and draw 3. Look at my top 2. Sprite Dragon Terminal Impact. Yeah, Terminal Impact seems pretty good. Yeah, I like both of those. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay. Look at my top 2. Mountain is perfectly fine. I don't need Unravel. I'm fine with Unravel Thoughts too, honestly. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, I did not find. Oh, I could bounce Michal. With Unravel Thoughts. I could bounce Michal with Unravel Thoughts right now, and then it would come down and I could terminal it. And that would eat up a bunch of their mana? Sure. Make one. Did I draw a card off Unshackle? I think I even missed that trigger. Discern. That one goes to hand. Now you block my 1/1. Go to main phase 2. Mountain go. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to win the game. So just play McCall. I get to terminal it. And then hit them for a bunch. Okay, Baptize. Ooh, Jade Champion. Sure, they have a very large creature. It's got flying, first strike, and lifelink, and trample, and it gets you a land. Oh, that's pretty big. Undeniably big. Gonna terminal that, I guess. Hmm? We're both playing a little sloppy this game. I got Firebolt in my graveyard, don't forget about that. Ragtag, okay. We get to get back a spell this turn. Could be Overrule Orders. Can I swing that? Terminal your Jade Champion. I have 1 mana left. Rummage with Savvy Smith at this point? Yeah, sure, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Terminal this. Rummage, but this one first. Mountain. No, I didn't need that. Rummage a card. I'm going to rummage away this Silverarm Spellblade to draw a card. Impressive Skyline. Not quite what I was looking for. Is there any other instant source I can get back? I guess I can just discern right now. See if it increases my damage. Yeah. Discern. Make 1/1. Mill. Erase for existence. That can go to my hand. And if I attack with everything, they take 9. And then they are dead to... I'm just going to get back Terminal Impact with Unshackle the Deceiver this turn. There's no need for that. Okay, yes. Okay! Yay! Hoo hoo hoo. Okay, we managed to go over the top of that, even if they're giant creatures. Do I want Draconos Magistus in this matchup? It seems like the kind of thing that might be useful. They have big cards I care about. I need to be ahead enough on board that I can actually play Draconos, which is not guaranteed. I think it's generally just too bad of a card for me to put in my deck. I have Unravel. I don't need 2 of that effect. Okay. 1-0. Doing... I think even if they had remembered the ward on Frostworm, they would have lost that game, because I would have just still drawn a million cards and killed them with Terminal Impact eventually. Just would have been slightly harder, for sure. What do they have anything relevant in their sideboard? I don't... Probably not. For General Diadem Usurper is big. Oh, Lichbane Forerunner is a pretty good card. They just not playing it. Eternal Struggle. That's a card I should think about. Yeah, there could be an Eternal Struggle as a way to give their creature hexproof. Okay. Man, this Unshackles the Deceiver card. It's pretty good. I've never seen this card before this cube, but it's really put in the work. I think I missed the card draw trigger a couple of times, but it's still great. It's just so much value, and it gets you some tempo if you can use the first 2 modes on like tempo affecting spells, which I've done a couple times in this tournament. I assume I'm on the draw. Yup. Good hand, please. Got Cash Thrasher, got Sprite Dragon. Seems like a plan to me. Opponent mulligans. I keep 7. Easy game? Possibly easy game. They keep 6 on the play. So we're going to be up cards on them for sure. Probably turn 2 Sprite Dragon, turn 3 leave up Cursory Glance, unless they have a really fast start. Then it might be Sprite Dragon into Research Grant. Forest and turn. Okay. I don't think they have 1-drops in any case. Ooh, Ragtag Squad. It's really convenient. Island go. Okay, they have a lot of good 2-drops that I could be afraid of here. Sure do. Plains. And it's... Okay, that's the least scary 2-drop they could possibly play. There is no... I do not have the one and only card that would do anything here, which is... It's my card. I should know the name of it. Denotation Failure. Denotation Failure is the one card in the entire format that could actually do something about that, and I don't have it. I'm going to play Sprite Dragon here. I want to have Sprite Dragon in play while I do all the things I'm about to do. Once again, they don't have a ton of great answers to a Sprite Dragon. I guess they could pacify it right this turn if they felt like it. That would be annoying. Oh, 3-drop. Rough Rider again. Okay, this is a good curve. Even any 2-drop into Rough Rider is a good curve. Mainly because Rough Rider is a really good card. Untap and draw. Whew. Whew. Ancestral Secrets. Spicy. I'm just going to leave up Cursory Glance here. Can I do that? Man, Rough Rider is just so large. Unbelievably large card. I guess the alternative is Ragtag Squad, just make some bodies for no particular reason. and Discern. Probably Discern first in that case. Probably Discern first in any case, right? Yeah. Discern. Sprite Dragon trigger. Draw a card off Discern. Ooh, Water Glass Duelist. I could just play Water Glass Duelist. It's not a crazy option here. Or I could play Ragtag Squad and hit them for 3. Or I could leave up Cursory Glance. I don't think it's leave up Cursory Glance here. I think I have to be more proactive. Which means Ragtag? Ragtag is pretty good with Water Glass because I can name Elemental. So maybe I Water Glass first? Yeah, Water Glass first. I'm gonna take, what, 5 this turn then? But next turn I get to Ragtag, we'll make 2 2/2s. And Sprite Dragon and Water Glass? Yeah, I think I'm willing to take my beats take a little bit of damage here for the sake of having a very strong very strong next turn. Just Ragtag on its own is very strong. Flourishing Crevasse and ooh, wait, they sided in red mana. Whoa, that's GG. Wow, they sided in red mana. They're a 3-color deck now. That's really bad for me. Wow. What do I do about that? And they have Avalanche in their graveyard now. Yeesh. I guess it's just Ragtag here? Or is it Research Grant? Research Grant hope to hit land Ragtag? Probably more what I have to do to stay in this game. Yeah. Okay, play Mr. Grant. Untap land. Oh, I don't not know untapped land? Oof. Tap land, I guess. And then play tapped Temple of Origins. Yeah, them siding in the red mana really worked for them. I was not expecting that to happen. Firebolt that, I guess. Okay, if they don't have much else going on, I guess I could start getting back in this. But that was a really brutal thing that happened to me right there. How much red do they have in their sideboard? That's the only red. That's the only red red duel they have in their board. Yeesh. So that's just Avalanche on the splash. Okay, luckily they don't get to get back. They don't get to use Avalanche this turn. They're just going to hit me for 5. Draw Studies in Cognitive Motion. Hmm. Yeah, I just don't have the tempo here. How do I get back in this? I don't know. I need a threat, but I also need to not die. I think there's no hope for me in this game. It's the real answer to that question. Um, okay, assuming they have nothing. Cash Thrasher, Ragtag. They can't have nothing. They either have to have a land, which lets them wander Rough Rider, or a non-land, which lets they can cast. It's very hard for them to have actual nothing. I could study, but then what would I be hoping to find? I think that's too slow. I think this has to be Cash Thrasher, Ragtag, Pass. Yeah. And Cash Thrasher and pass. But yeah, I don't think this is going to work out. Ooh, Abominable Avalanche. Yeah, that card is aptly named. Yeah, they just curved out and did powerful things all game, so. This one doesn't look like it's going to be close. Okay, they can wander Rough Rider. I don't think I can beat that, to be clear. I guess I do have to block or I die. But like Menelay is a problem to protect their creatures. I guess I go like this. I can't let them wander. Oh, what does this do? Oh, I didn't even read this card. Okay. Yep. We're out of here. Okay, woof. I don't think I have anything in my sideboard that I'm looking for. Nope. Running it back. On the play this time. Well, the red splash coming in out of the board. I would not have done that, but it certainly worked out that game. Okay, game 3. Whoever wins is going to be 3-0, and they're going to have excellent tie breaks, so they're going to be in a very good position to win the tournament. It was a really good hand, too. I could think about Cascade Chandler or Chorus of One. I just don't think they're threatening enough. Given, like, I don't have a ton of cheap instances source, so I only have a normal amount. Okay, turn 2 Cash Thrasher, turn 3 Cursory Glance, leaving up Cursory Glance plus Angler. This is a less good than usual hand, for sure. It counters their 3-drop, I guess? I think I keep this. With 1, Skyline, go. Okay, this hand really depends on how powerful their 2-drop is. If they're really good 2-drop, then I'm going to be behind on board on turn 3, and they're not going to be able to force me to, oh, that's not very good, to use this, to use this Cursory Glance. Their 2-drop isn't very good. I'll be in a much better position. Overrule orders. Okay, not gonna be able to use that. Okay, this 2-drop really matters. It really does. It is Crystal Lion. Okay. And they make the treasure off of it. Oh, that means they could play something I can't cursory glance next turn. That's pretty frightening. Studies. Okay, well, that gives me something to do in case somehow I don't have anything to cursory glance, I guess. I'm not blocking with this. So I'm going to start of combat. Tech. Terminal, okay. Could theoretically do that this turn to kill the Crystal Lion, but it's clearly not a good use of my time. Play Frostfire. Ship the turn. Yeah, if they play like Yen Slopeskitter here, it's really bad for me. The treasure kind of, I guess the 1/1 counter, the 1/1 counter on Crystal Lion isn't that valuable because uh, they can't, like, it doesn't block Cash Thrasher anyways. It could also be that they don't have a third. Okay, let's say they don't have a third land drop. Hmm. Firebolt on Cash Thrasher. I could cursory glance this. My instincts say I have to cursory glance something better. You say just pass here, play nothing. Okay, because I still have studies. Put back 2. What do they have? They don't have a lot of They don't have any instants, right? They got Eternal Struggle, and in the main they have nothing. So they're just not spending their mana, which that's fine by me. Cry 2, draw 3. Yes, Cry 2, draw 3. Research Grant Mountain. I think I'm kind of more looking for interaction here. Maybe I keep Mountain, put back Research Grant? Maybe I put back both. I'll probably hit a land anyways. Yeah. Okay. Sprite Dragon's not bad. Place where I can leave up Cursory Glance? Sure. Ooh, Silver Arm too. I think I'll play Sprite Dragon this turn, just so I have stuff, so I'm leaving up Cursory Glance. Obviously, could be things I can't Cursory Glance out there, but they've no. I know they've no instance. If they will land Flashback Fireball, I'll Cursory Glance that. That's certainly worth my time. But they presumably have something better to do with their life. Maybe they made the treasure because they need double white. That's also a possibility. Just hoping no 5-drop here. I'm a little far away from dealing with their 5-drops. Angler costs 6. It's a long way away. Yeah, my hand did not. Eh, I'm fine. I'm scared of a lot of the cards they could have, but on board, I'm actually not behind really. So still certainly a lot of game left to play. They're going to play a 5-drop. And it's going to be McCall, who I cannot counter. It's going to take 7 mana to kill it with the memory. Yep. That's probably game. Unless I can get this. Probably game. Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Silver Arm, leave up Cursory Glance, I think. I'm just going to let McCall get in. I don't have another option. If I can get up to 7 mana, just a couple, which is still many turns away. Yeah. Oof. That game 2 was rough. This game, McCall is just a really good card against me. Uh, I didn't have the right answers at the right time. I'm sure it was in hand instead of under this memory that it's not that bad, but here it's pretty bad. Baptize. I'm going to just hope the thing they're putting off Baptize is a 3-drop and not a 4-drop. Menelea. Yeah, I'm going to counter that. Although they can also coalesce that, which that'd also be quite bad for me. Angler costs 5 now? Something I can do on my next turn, I guess. 7? I guess I have to. Opt. Well, it's free through Temple. I'll do it. Opt. Sprite Dragon trigger. Yeah, if I can get Sprite Dragon up to 5/5 this turn, which is not inconceivable, that could be something. Look at my top card. Ragtag. Unfortunately, McCall has flying. Do I keep that? What does that look like? Play Ragtag. Sprite Dragon's a 4/4. Get hit by McCall down to 4. Spellblade. Loot. I can also Angler this turn instead of Ragtag? No. I think Ragtag is good enough to keep. And do I want to loot away something with Silver on Spellblade? Or Rummage, rather? I could rummage away this Temple. I guess if my plan for dealing with McCall is block with Sprite Dragon instead of they also have Baptize coming. I think I do have to rummage. I have to find an answer to Baptize at some point. I can't be killing that with dealing with it. 7 mana terminal is not in my future. But Ragtag is useful. It blocks Crystal Lion. It's a spell. Silverarm Spellblade. Discard Temple. Attack with Silverarm. What? Binding Whisper. Oh, I did not realize A, that they had that, and B, that I can use that Silver Spellblade is not activate only the sorcery. That's brutal. Sure is. Ragtag. Sprite Dragon up to 5/5. Okay, they have 2 flashback cards in graveyard. And 1 card in hand. That's 4 in graveyard. So wait, this costs 3. I'm 1 short? Yeah, 1 short. Bummer. Yeah, what I need to do was start of attack with this and then discard during the declare attack. That's just completely my bad, not knowing how to use this card. First time playing with it. Okay, they can give their creatures +1/+1 counters and trample at instant speed. The card's pretty good. I didn't really know about this one. Yeah, I certainly can't be chump blocking at this point. If I draw a cheap spell, oh god, their Vessel Lisa is their last card. Yep. That should kill me right now. No, it probably turns into a giant creature immediately. Yep. Probably 7/7 trample if I had to guess. Okay. Yeah, they pick 7/7 trample. Eraser, that's actually one of my answers to McCall, is the funny thing. And I can actually do it. You know, I'm actually not dead, which is the funny part. I can erase from existence one of their creatures back on top of their library, and then I can angler, and then Fright Dragon's going to be a 5/5, so it could actually block McCall. Is there a way for me to cast one more spell? There is. Okay. Wait, no. I could terminal for one, then erase Vasil. But the thing is, like, erase Vasilisa, they get it back. But I can block Vasilisa on the ground. It's just a 7/7. Just a 7/7. Okay, actually, this. Wait, things have actually gotten interesting. Play Angler, 3 mana 5/5. Ship the turn. If they attack, I can erase. I can block Vasilisa on the ground, and I can erase McCall, and then Sprite Dragon becomes big enough to block McCall on future turns. I could also erase this turn. That would get Angler down to 2 mana. Does that do anything for me? Not really. I want to keep. If they go for Baptize, I want to erase the sorcery and then block McCall. Okay. You know, I counted myself out, but actually I'm in. Angler, ship the turn. I can't let them have Vasilisa back because the Planeswalker side could make potion tokens. Oh yes, right. Mill myself. 1, 2, 3. Oh god. Well, that's 3 cards I would have wanted to draw. Well, maybe not Lantern Light as much, but Unshackle and especially Ancestral would have been nice cards to have later. I keep forgetting this thing has an enter trigger. They do have Carcinel, so I have to block Vasilisa with 8 power to avoid Carcinel blowout. Carcinel is really mean. I did not know about this card before. Okay, who attacks? Because I also need to not. I'm effectively at 2 because they can always firebolt face. So if it attacks everything, I have to block Vasilisa with Angler plus Silver Arm, erase McCall, but then they could always just Carcinel on Crystalline to put me to 2. So I have to no. Then Sprite Dragon has to go on Crystalline, and I take 1. It's just these 2. Oh no, it's okay. Okay, so I definitely have to erase McCall, and then I definitely have to block Vasilisa with Silver Arm plus Angler, and that's going to take. I'm going to take 1 off that. But then I die exact, or I go to 2 exactly. Let's see if there's any other better way out of this. Because this already has trample. So I'm going to block Red Dragon on Crystalline, definitely. I could also erase Vasilisa. Then I can. Do I have to erase Vasilisa? Is the problem. I don't want to erase Vasilisa. I want to keep that. I want to erase McCall. Trade off Angler, keep Sprite Dragon. But I erase Sprite. I block here. I block here, and I can't block the Binding Whisper is the problem. So I have to block Vasilisa with 3 creatures. Is the answer to my puzzle? Yes, that's okay. Top or bottom for McCall. Oh, I haven't been able to cast Ancestral Secrets yet. It would be really nice if I could do that. Oh, right, I forgot this is an option, but yes, top or bottom. They top. Blocks are here, here. Oh, wait, they can always use Carthanel on Binding Whisper. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. They can always use Carthanel on Binding Whisper, put me at 2. So I had to bounce Vasilisa, but then I can't block both flyers. So whichever one I don't block. So yeah, it's just like this. And then I need to top deck. Cursory Lance is already in my graveyard. I have to top deck Unravel Thought to get out of this. I can counter Firebolt with that. Yep. Take 2. Silver Arm dies. Angler dies. Okay. Voice of Utopia. Okay. I need to top deck exactly Unravel Thought. Okay. If that's what it takes. Nope, that's not Unravel Thought. It is not Unravel Thought. And that's GG. They're gonna go for it, I assume, so. Hold card in hand to bluff. And what am I kidding? They're gonna go for it either way. I can kill Binding with hit them for 5 or 6 even with Bright Dragon. Yep. Ooh, their deck is strong. It's just all good cards. Yep. And the red splash side in actually worked out really well for them both games. Okay, that's yep. Okay, so if I win next game, if I win next match, there's some weird tiebreakers where I win the tournament, but I think that's at least well, rough day for me today, but some tight games. I think I played decently well that game. Just had some weird situations and wasn't able to land my stuff very effectively. Their red splash, I think that red splash looks pretty sketchy, but it worked out at least for them. Uh, Best of luck to myself in round 4. See if we can pull out the 3-1 with this deck. Uh, that'll be my that will be my last match of the month. And then it's on to Worlds. Good night.